Hello everybody, hope that you are good. First of all, thank you very much for all your messages and support, especially in the last 24 hours. I'm really glad that you are liking the content here, so that's why I'm going to continue with the daily updates, because I appreciate it. So basically, Bitcoin just left this zone that we marked. This was the weekend range. It was a zone of choppiness, but what we were expecting was a move first to either to the wick or to the liquidity pool. The liquidity pool came first as that was our main scenario, because that's where there was more liquidity. So it would make sense that if everybody goes going short, that they trigger these liquidations over here, so then more people would jump into shorts and then they could reverse to the opposite side. Okay, so that's pretty much what happened. I'm going to show you here. This hit 26,140, and if we go to the liquidation heat map in Cablo Capital, we can see that they took that liquidation. So you can see with that wick there, and then price changed direction. Okay, so that was what we were expecting, with the premise that after that bounce, Bitcoin had to close again above the 50 daily EMA, and that's what happened. Let's go to the daily 50 EMA. Here you can see this purple line is the 50 daily EMA. So basically, this was the candlestick. You can see that price went down and then came back up, and the daily candle closed above the daily 50 EMA. So that's perfect. That's what happened. And then if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that the next direction was the wick. But how could you enter that trade? Because we had a problem, and it's that Bitcoin was below low time frame resistance, the 1 hour 50 EMA. So what we were basically expecting was a bounce, break above the 1 hour 50 EMA, test it back as support. That's what happened here, and then bounce. Okay, I'm very happy that it played out. Now Bitcoin keeps moving up. Let me remove all of this because we've left this zone, so this is not interesting anymore. Okay, and we don't need the 50 EMA either. So Bitcoin keeps going up now, and now you might be wondering what is next. I'm also very interested to see what Bitcoin does up here, because that's exactly 30,000. That's a psychological number. So let's see what Bitcoin does there. Okay, what I'm expecting basically is that look, it's almost there. Is that it breaks above it. Okay, so people are gonna get very bullish because they've just gone above a very psychological level. Okay, so what I imagine is that it's gonna go up, then retrace, and then see what it does here, because from here we could see a lot of wicks to the upside, price not progressing any further, and then Bitcoin could retrace. Okay, or we could see the same that it has done here, that it's been doing a bit of consolidation by making higher lows. You can see here, we're gonna go now in a minute, and then continue going up. Okay, but yes, I expect that in around the 30k, above 30k, I would say between 30,200, 30,500, some kind of consolidation. Okay, now I want to check this zone because I want you to understand the difference with what I meant here, okay, and what happened here. So let me check this. If you go to the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that there was no reason to short here. Why would you short this? Price is making still higher lows. You can see here, 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 here. So why would you short there? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, what we would like to see for a short signal is something similar to this, but we want basically price in a range at the highs and doing some kind of this. Okay, then we're probably gonna have here a strong resistance. So what we would like is a stop hunt and then a retrace. But for now, Bitcoin is not giving us a sign for any of that. So I'm not gonna trade this. What you could do though is you could go to the 5 minutes time frame and you can start looking for wicks. Look at this one, for example. You have a long wick here, okay, and then a long wick here. So what you could expect here is this wick to get filled at least 50% and aim towards this wick. This is what I mean with a scalping in low time frame. Okay, there is always opportunities, but at the moment, look again, this wick got filled. At the moment, either you scalp or you wait for the New York opening. So that's pretty much everything that I have to say for Bitcoin at the moment. If you trade right now, I would call that over trading, because there is nothing that is indicating me a high probability trade. Okay, we want a trade that plays out Like for example, yesterday's, we were planning that trade since the Sunday update, and it happened yesterday, but that's a high probability trade. That's what we want. Okay, so now either scalp in low time frame or wait for the New York opening. I have that very clear, guys. I want to go to the S&P because it's doing some kind of move over here. Look at this. Do you guys remember this box that we were pointing at 4,100? Okay, and what would happen if the S&P lost this zone? Yep, it's not looking great. I mean, still there is some kind of support here, you can see, in this zone. Okay, so let's see if the S&P can hold this zone, because if not, it has a long way down to 4,000. Okay, I'm also paying attention to the earning reports and the news announcements. Yesterday, after the markets closed, we had the earning reports from Google and Microsoft, and they were better than expected. Today we have Meta after the market closes, and tomorrow we have Amazon. Okay, so that's gonna be quite interesting. But what is even more interesting is what happened in the US. First Republic Bank yesterday dropped 49% in the value of the stock. Okay, basically they admitted that they lost a lot of deposits, which is normal. So the banking crisis hasn't finished. Okay, I'm gonna go to the GR Jules. Let's see the 2 GR Jules chart. There we go, higher time frame, 4 hours time frame. Okay, I see. That's pretty interesting. So basically it has abandoned this uptrend. Now it's retracing. Okay, and I think that what is interesting here is that the bonds market is not really trusting and believing the Fed, because the Fed keeps saying that in 10 days, well, 8 days now, we'll have the FOMC meeting May 3rd. They're gonna keep increasing rates, but we have the problem of the banking crisis that hasn't finished, and if they keep rising interest rates, it's gonna make it worse. Okay, probably now they're gonna have to rescue that bank, and then we have the bonds market that has predicted the top, well, according also to the dot plot from the Fed, and it's not really trusting what they are saying about keeping interest rates higher and rising them. Okay, because otherwise what it would have done here is first it would have gone to fill this gap and then keep rising and make a higher high. It would be 525, but it hasn't. So let's see what the Fed does. When we are closer to the date of the FOMC meeting, I'll give you some more information, but it's good to always keep an eye on news announcements, the bonds market behavior, and what is happening around the globe. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.